If you are plus 60 years old and you find yourself struggling in the bathroom more often than you'd like to admit, I need you to stop what you're doing right now, because the answer to your constipation problem isn't sitting in your medicine cabinet. It's not another prescription. It's not expensive treatments. The answer is sitting in your kitchen or waiting for you at your local grocery store. Here's the truth nobody talks about. Nearly 60 million Americans deal with chronic constipation, and if you're over 60, your chances of being one of them just went through the roof. You've probably tried everything: the fiber supplements, the powders, the medications that promise relief but deliver nothing but disappointment. You sit there, uncomfortable, bloated, wondering if this is just how life has to be now. But here's what changed everything for thousands of people just like you. 5 simple foods, that's it. 5 foods that work better than most medications. Foods that don't cost a fortune. Foods that don't have a list of side effects longer than your grocery receipt. And before you think this is too good to be true, every single thing I'm about to share with you is backed by serious scientific research. The woman who couldn't leave her house because she never knew when the discomfort would hit. The man who gave up his morning walks because constipation stole his energy. They're living differently now. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why. Now, before we dive into these 5 powerful foods, ask yourself something. How much would you pay to feel normal again? To wake up without that heavy, uncomfortable feeling? To not spend your morning in the bathroom hoping for relief that never comes? Here's the thing that's going to shock you. The solution isn't about spending more money. It's about spending it differently. And the most powerful part, these foods don't just help with constipation. They're protecting your health in ways you never imagined. But I need you to stay with me until the end. Because food number 5 is the one that surprised even the researchers. It's the one that works faster than anything else. And most people have no idea about its power. So settle in, get comfortable, and get ready to discover something that could change your daily life forever. Food number 1. Prunes, the champion of natural relief. Let's talk about prunes. And yes, I know what you're thinking. Prunes are what your grandmother ate. They're old-fashioned, they're not exciting. But here's what's exciting. Prunes work better than the most popular fiber supplements on the market. And I'm about to prove it to you. Research looked at elderly women with severe constipation. Not mild discomfort, severe constipation. These women were given about 12 prunes a day. Just 12. Within the first week, they experienced significant improvement. Think about that. 7 days, not 7 weeks, not 7 months, 7 days. But here's where it gets better. Scientists compared prunes directly against fiber supplements, the kind you see advertised on television, the powder you mix into water every morning. And prunes won. They didn't just barely win, they crushed the competition. People eating prunes went from an average of less than 2 bowel movements per week up to 3.5. That's twice as many. The fiber supplement group, they got up to less than 3 per week. Prunes delivered faster results, better results, and more consistent results. Now let me tell you about Joe. Joe is 72. He spent $40 a month on fiber supplements for 3 years. Every single morning, he mixed that powder into his orange juice. He was consistent, he was dedicated, but he was still struggling to bowel movements a week if he was lucky. He felt bloated constantly. His energy was low. His mood was worse. Then Joe's daughter read about prunes. She bought him a simple bag from the grocery store. Cost her $6. Joe started eating 8 to 10 prunes with his breakfast. Within 5 days, he noticed a change. Within 2 weeks, he was regular for the first time in years. He saved money, he felt better, and he kicked himself for not trying this sooner. But here's Nancy's story. Nancy tried prunes once years ago. She ate 3 with breakfast one morning and expected instant results. When nothing happened by lunchtime, she gave up. She went back to her supplements. She went back to being uncomfortable. Nancy didn't understand that consistency matters. Your body needs time to adjust. You need to eat prunes daily. You need to give it at least a week, and you need to drink enough water. Prunes work by holding water in your intestines, making everything move more smoothly. Without enough water, you're not giving them the chance to do their job. So ask yourself right now, have you actually tried prunes consistently? Not once, not for 2 days, but truly tried them for a full week. If you haven't, you're sitting on top of the solution and you don't even know it. If you're still watching and you've learned something new already, comment the number 1 below. Let me know you're here. Let me know you're ready to make a change. Food number 2, Whole plant foods, the fiber powerhouse. Here's something that's going to sound simple, but it's absolutely crucial. Fiber is only found in plants. Only plants. You will never get fiber from meat. You will never get fiber from eggs. You will never get fiber from dairy. Never. Think about that for a second. If you're eating a diet heavy in animal products and light on plants, you're basically guaranteeing yourself constipation. You're creating the problem with every meal. Studies comparing people who eat different diets found something remarkable. Those eating strictly plant-based diets had significantly less constipation. We're not talking about a small difference, we're talking about a dramatic difference. And the more plants people added to their meals, the better their digestive system worked. Traditional plant-based diets lead to 2 to 3 healthy bowel movements every single day. Not every week, every day. And here's the part that sounds too good to be true, but isn't. With enough fiber, you should be able to sit comfortably and have a bowel movement without straining, without struggling, without pain. That's how your body is supposed to work. That's normal. But somewhere along the way, we forgot what normal feels like. Let me introduce you to Robert. Robert is 67. He ate the same breakfast for 20 years. Eggs and bacon, every single morning. Lunch was a sandwich with deli meat. Dinner was chicken or steak with a tiny side of vegetables. He thought he was eating well. He thought protein was the most important thing. Robert was constipated for 15 years. 15 years, he tried every medication, every supplement. Nothing worked for more than a day or two. He felt trapped in his own body. Then Robert had a health scare. His doctor told him to add more vegetables and whole grains. Robert started eating oatmeal with berries for breakfast. He added beans to his lunch, he doubled the vegetables at dinner, and cut his meat portions in half. He wasn't even trying to fix his constipation anymore. He was trying to protect his heart. But within 3 weeks, something incredible happened. Robert's constipation disappeared, completely disappeared. He couldn't believe it. 15 years of suffering gone because he added more plants to his plate. Now compare that to Linda. Linda heard the same advice. She decided to add 1 serving of vegetables to dinner. Just 1. She kept everything else exactly the same. Eggs and bacon for breakfast, meat-heavy lunch. Barely any change to her overall diet. And you know what happened? Not much. Linda's constipation improved slightly. Maybe 1 extra bowel movement per week. But she was still uncomfortable, still bloated, still frustrated. She wondered why the advice didn't work for her the way it worked for others. Here's the difference. Robert transformed his diet. Linda adjusted it. Transformation gets results. Adjustment gets mild improvements. Your digestive system needs fiber. Not a little bit, a lot. Whole grains like oatmeal and brown rice, beans and lentils, vegetables at every meal, fruits throughout the day. That's what your body is designed to process. That's what keeps everything moving smoothly. Think about your last 3 meals. How much of your plate was plants? If you're honest with yourself, you probably already know why you're struggling. Food number 3, kiwi fruit, the unexpected helper. Now we're getting to the foods most people don't know about. And this one is special. Kiwi fruit. Those fuzzy little fruits you walk past in the produce section, they're not just tasty. They're powerful medicine for your digestive system. Research found that 2 kiwi fruits a day significantly improve bowel function, specifically for people dealing with constipation-type irritable bowel syndrome. These aren't massive doses. We're talking about 2 pieces of fruit. That's it. But here's what makes kiwi fruit different from other fruits. They contain special compounds that help your intestines work better. They're not just fiber. They're not just water. They have specific enzymes that aid digestion. They help soften stool. They help speed up transit time through your digestive system. And the best part, people who tried kiwi fruit described it as easier and more pleasant than taking supplements or medications. No mixing powders, no swallowing pills, just eating fruit. Let me tell you about Margaret. Margaret is 65, and she was skeptical. She'd spent hundreds of dollars on constipation remedies over the years. When someone told her to try kiwi fruit, she actually laughed. She thought it sounded ridiculous. Fruit for constipation. She'd been eating apples and bananas her whole life. They never helped, but Margaret was desperate. She bought a bag of kiwis, $8. She ate 2 every morning with her breakfast. She peeled them, cut them up, and ate them alongside her oatmeal. She committed to trying it for 2 weeks. After 4 days, Margaret noticed something. She wasn't straining as much. After 7 days, she had her first completely comfortable bowel movement in months. After 2 weeks, she was regular. and she's been eating kiwis every single day since then. Margaret told her friend Susan about it. Susan tried it too. But Susan only ate 1 kiwi a day, and she only ate them sometimes, maybe 3 or 4 times a week. Susan's constipation improved a tiny bit, but nothing like Margaret's results. The research says to kiwis daily, not 1, not occasionally, 2 every day. There's a reason for that specific number. The scientists tested it. That's the dose that works. Here's the honest truth. If you're going to try kiwi fruit, you need to commit. You need to eat them consistently. You need to give your body the full benefit. Halfway efforts get halfway results, or no results at all. And think about this. 2 kiwis cost less than $1 in most grocery stores. Less than $1 to potentially solve a problem that's been making you miserable. That's cheaper than your daily coffee, cheaper than a fast food sandwich, cheaper than 1 dose of most medications. If you're finding this helpful, go ahead and comment number 2. Let me know you're still with me. Let me know you're learning something valuable. Food number 4, figs, the ancient remedy. Now, let's talk about another food that's been helping people for thousands of years. Figs. Both fresh and dried figs have been used as a natural remedy for constipation since ancient times, and modern research proves they were onto something. Figs are packed with fiber, but they're also gentle on your system. They contain natural compounds that help stimulate your intestines without causing cramping or discomfort. They work with your body, not against it. Studies testing natural home remedies for constipation put figs to the test, and they passed. People who added figs to their diet experienced real improvement, not just minor changes. Real, noticeable relief. Here's what makes figs special. They provide both soluble and insoluble fiber. Soluble fiber absorbs water and forms a gel-like substance that softens your stool. Insoluble fiber adds bulk and helps everything move through your digestive system faster. Figs give you both. That's powerful. Let me share Thomas's experience. Thomas is 71. He grew up eating figs from his grandmother's tree, but as an adult, he stopped eating them. He thought they were too old-fashioned, too much trouble. When his constipation got bad enough that his doctor suggested medication, Thomas remembered those figs. He started buying dried figs at the grocery store. He ate 4 to 5 dried figs every afternoon as a snack. Within a week, his digestion improved. Within 2 weeks, he felt like a different person. He had energy again. He wasn't bloated anymore. He stopped feeling uncomfortable after every meal. Thomas spent about $7 on a bag of dried figs that lasted him 10 days. Compare that to the prescription his doctor wanted him to fill, $60 a month with potential side effects. With the need for refills, with another medication to manage, look, not every food works for every person. That's the truth, but you'll never know if you don't try. And trying means more than tasting something once and deciding it's not for you. Trying means eating them regularly for at least a week or 2. Here's a simple way to add figs to your day. Chop up 3 or 4 dried figs and add them to your morning oatmeal. Mix them into yogurt if you eat dairy. Eat them as a mid-afternoon snack with a handful of nuts. Blend them into a smoothie. There are dozens of ways to make this work. The question isn't whether figs can help you. The question is whether you're willing to try, whether you're willing to be consistent, whether you're ready to actually solve this problem instead of just wishing it would go away. Ask yourself right now, what's one excuse you've been using to avoid trying new solutions? Be honest. Is it really the taste? Or is it fear that nothing will work? Because I'm telling you right now, these foods work. But only if you actually eat them. Food number 5. Beans and legumes, the daily staple. Here's the food that changed everything for more people than any other on this list. Beans and legumes. Kidney beans, black beans, lentils, chickpeas. These aren't fancy. They're not exotic. They're sitting in your pantry right now. Or they should be. Beans and legumes are absolutely loaded with fiber. We're talking about 10 to 15 grams of fiber in just 1 cup. Compare that to most foods people eat. A serving of meat, 0 fiber, a bowl of white rice, almost no fiber, a cup of beans, 15 grams of fiber. That's massive. But here's what most people don't understand. Fiber is the cure for constipation. Constipation is literally a fiber deficiency disease. You can get scurvy if you don't get enough vitamin C. You get constipation if you don't get enough fiber. It's that simple. Studies comparing thousands of people found that those eating plant-based diets rich in beans and legumes had the least constipation. These weren't people with perfect genetics. They weren't people taking special supplements. They were just people who ate beans regularly. Let me tell you about Dorothy. Dorothy is 68. She was taking 3 different medications for constipation. 3. One was a stool softener. One was a laxative. One was supposed to help with bloating. She spent over $80 a month on these medications, and she still only had 2 or 3 bowel movements per week. Dorothy's daughter, who's a nurse, suggested adding beans to her diet. Dorothy was resistant at first. She said beans made her gassy. She said they were too much trouble to cook. She had every excuse in the world. But finally, Dorothy agreed to try. She started simple. She bought canned beans, no soaking, no overnight preparation. Just canned beans that she rinsed and added to her meals. She put black beans in her morning eggs. She added chickpeas to her lunch salad. She made a simple bean soup for dinner once a week. Within 2 weeks, Dorothy cut one of her medications. Within a month, she'd cut all 3. She was having a bowel movement almost every single day. She felt lighter, she had more energy. She couldn't believe that something so simple had been the answer all along. Start small, add half a cup of beans to 1 meal a day. Not 3 cups, all at once, half a cup. Give your body a week to adjust, then add a bit more. Within 2 or 3 weeks, you'll be able to eat beans regularly, without any discomfort, and your constipation will be gone. There's another trick most people don't know. Rinse your canned beans thoroughly. This removes some of the compounds that cause gas. And if you're cooking dried beans, don't use the soaking water to cook them. Pour it out and use fresh water. This simple step cuts down on gas significantly. Think about how often you eat beans right now. Once a week? Once a month? Never. If your answer is rarely or never, you've found your problem. Your body is starving for fiber, and beans are the easiest, cheapest, most efficient way to get it. A can of beans costs less than $2 and has 4 to 5 servings. That's about 40 cents per serving. Show me a medication that costs 40 cents and actually works. You can't because it doesn't exist. If you're still with me and you're starting to see how powerful these foods are, comment number 3 below. Let me know you're paying attention. Let me know you're ready to actually try these solutions. The truth about fiber supplements. Now I need to talk about something important before we continue. Fiber supplements. The powders, the pills, the drinks. You've probably tried them, and you probably noticed they help a little, but they don't completely solve the problem. Here's why. Fiber supplements are isolated fiber. They're not whole foods. They don't come with all the other nutrients and compounds that make whole plant foods so powerful. They're like taking vitamin C pills instead of eating an orange. Sure, you get the vitamin C, but you miss everything else the orange provides. Research compared fiber supplements directly to eating actual plant foods. The plant foods won every single time. Not because fiber supplements don't work. They do work somewhat, but whole foods work better. They work faster, and they provide benefits beyond just constipation relief. When you eat prunes, you're not just getting fiber. You're getting vitamins, minerals, and natural compounds that support your overall health. When you eat beans, you're getting protein, iron, and nutrients that protect your heart. When you eat kiwifruit, you're getting vitamin C and antioxidants that boost your immune system. Supplements can't give you all of that. They're a one-trick pony. And while that one trick might help a little, it's not the complete solution your body needs. Here's the other problem with supplements. They're expensive. Most people spend $30 to $50 a month on fiber supplements. That's $360 to $600 a year for something that doesn't work as well as eating the actual food. Imagine taking that same money and buying prunes, kiwis, beans, figs, and fresh vegetables. You'd have more food than you could eat, you'd be saving money, and you'd feel infinitely better. The truth is simple. Your body was designed to get fiber from food, not from supplements. Food is the original medicine. Food is what your digestive system understands. Food is what actually works. Combining these foods for maximum results. Now here's where it gets really powerful. You don't have to pick just one of these foods. You can eat all of them. You should eat all of them, because when you combine them, they work together in ways that multiply the benefits. Think about this. Start your morning with oatmeal topped with chopped figs and a handful of berries. Mid-morning snack, 8 to 10 prunes and a glass of water. Lunch, a big salad with chickpeas or black beans. Afternoon snack, 2 kiwis. Dinner, a bean-based soup or stew with plenty of vegetables. That's not a complicated meal plan. That's not restrictive or difficult. That's just eating real food throughout the day. and it will completely transform your digestive health. Here's my challenge to you. Plan 1 week of meals that include all 5 of these foods. Write it down, make a shopping list. Go to the grocery store, buy everything you need, and then follow the plan exactly for 7 days. 7 days. That's all I'm asking. If after 7 days you don't feel any different, then you can go back to whatever you were doing before. But I'm willing to bet that after 7 days, you're going to feel so much better that you won't want to stop. The water connection nobody talks about, here's something crucial that most people completely miss. These foods work by holding water in your intestines. That's how fiber works. It absorbs water, swells up, and helps move everything through your digestive system smoothly. But if you're not drinking enough water, these foods can't do their job. In fact, without enough water, adding a lot of fiber can actually make constipation worse. Your stool becomes hard and difficult to pass because there's not enough moisture. Research shows that you need to drink adequate fluids when eating high-fiber foods. That means water, not coffee, not soda. Water, at least 6 to 8 glasses throughout the day. More if you're eating a lot of fiber. The fiber was there all along. The solution was there. But it needed water to activate its power. Water is the key that unlocks everything. So here's what you need to do. Every time you eat one of these high-fiber foods, drink a full glass of water. Morning prunes, drink water. Afternoon kiwis, drink water. Bean soup for dinner, drink water. Make it a habit. Make it automatic. And here's a simple trick. Fill up a large water bottle first thing in the morning. Make it your goal to finish it before lunch. Then fill it up again and finish it before dinner. This simple system ensures you're getting enough water without having to constantly think about it. Your body is made up of 60% water. Your digestive system needs water to function properly. This isn't optional. It's not a nice suggestion. It's absolutely essential. If you're learning valuable information that you didn't know before, comment number 4 below. Let me know this is helping you understand what you need to do differently. Why this works when medications don't. Let's talk about why these foods work when medications often fail. Medications for constipation typically work in one of 2 ways. They either soften your stool or they stimulate your intestines to contract. That's it. They're treating the symptom, not the cause. These foods do something completely different. They're addressing the root cause. Constipation is fundamentally a fiber deficiency disease. Your body needs fiber to have healthy bowel movements. It's not a medication deficiency. It's a food deficiency. When you fix the deficiency, you fix the problem. It's that simple. And that's why these foods work when medications don't. You're not just temporarily relieving symptoms. You're actually solving the underlying issue. Research shows that medications for constipation often come with side effects: cramping, bloating, dependency. Some people find that after using laxatives for a while, their body stops working normally without them. They become dependent on the medication just to have a bowel movement. That never happens with food. You can eat prunes every day for the rest of your life, and your body won't stop working without them. You can eat beans daily forever and never develop a dependency. Food works with your body's natural processes, not against them. The truth is, medications have their place. If you have a serious medical condition causing your constipation, you absolutely need medical treatment. But for most people, over 60, constipation is simply about not eating enough fiber. And you can't medicate your way out of a nutrition problem. Food is the answer. Food is the solution. Food is what your body actually needs, what to expect when you start. Now, let's talk about what's actually going to happen when you start eating these foods. Because you need to have realistic expectations. You need to understand the timeline, and you need to know that the first few days might feel a bit different. When you suddenly increase your fiber intake, especially if you've been eating a low-fiber diet, your digestive system needs time to adjust. You might experience some gas. You might feel a bit bloated. This is normal. This is temporary. This is your body adapting. The key is to start gradually if you're sensitive. Don't go from eating almost no fiber to eating 30 or 40 grams of fiber overnight. That's a shock to your system. Instead, add one new high-fiber food every few days. Let your body adjust. Then add another. Most people start seeing improvements within 3 to 7 days. Some people see results even faster. Some take 2 weeks. Everyone's body is different. Everyone's starting point is different. Don't compare your timeline to someone else's. Here's what you need to remember. Your digestive system has been working a certain way for years, maybe decades. You can't change that overnight. You need to give your body time to adapt to new foods. You need to be patient with the process. And here's the good news. Once your body adjusts, you'll feel amazing. The bloating goes away, the gas goes away, and you're left with a digestive system that works the way it's supposed to work. Think of it like starting an exercise program. The first few days, your muscles are sore. That doesn't mean exercise is bad for you. It means your body is adapting. Give it time, stay consistent, and the soreness goes away while the benefits multiply. The foods to avoid while you're healing. Now I need to tell you something important. While you're adding these 5 powerful foods, there are some foods you need to reduce or eliminate, at least temporarily, while your digestive system heals. Dairy products can contribute to constipation for many people, especially as we get older. Studies have found that eliminating dairy can dramatically improve constipation in both children and adults. If you're drinking milk, eating cheese, or having yogurt every day, try cutting back or eliminating dairy for 2 weeks and see what happens. Processed foods are another major culprit. Foods made with white flour, packaged snacks, frozen dinners, these foods have almost no fiber. They're designed for shelf life, not for your health. Every time you eat processed food instead of whole food, you're making your constipation worse. Red meat can slow down your digestive system significantly. It takes much longer to digest than plant foods, and it provides 0 fiber. You don't have to become vegetarian if you don't want to, but reducing your meat intake while increasing your plant intake will make a massive difference. When you drink alcohol, your body has to work extra hard to stay hydrated. And when your body is dehydrated, your stool becomes hard and difficult to pass. Plus, alcohol can slow down your digestive system, making everything move through even more slowly. You don't have to give up alcohol forever if you don't want to. But while you're healing your digestive system, while you're getting your constipation under control, it's best to avoid it completely, at least for the first few weeks. Give your body every possible advantage. Remember, you're not alone in this struggle. Millions of people deal with constipation, but you don't have to keep dealing with it. The solution is real. The solution is simple. The solution is sitting in your grocery store waiting for you. If you're plus 60 years old and you're ready to feel comfortable again, ready to feel normal again, ready to have energy again, then take action today, not tomorrow, not next week, today. Make your shopping list, go to the store, buy prunes, kiwis, figs, beans, and plenty of vegetables. Start tomorrow morning, commit to 7 days, and watch what happens. Your body wants to work properly. Your digestive system wants to function normally. You just need to give it the tools it needs. And those tools are food. Real, whole, plant-based food. 6 months from now, you're going to look back at this moment, and you're going to be so grateful that you took action. That you didn't just watch this video and forget about it. That you actually tried something new. Your best days aren't behind you. Your most comfortable days are ahead of you, starting right now. Thank you for watching, thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Now go make that shopping list and change your life. If you made it all the way to the end, comment the words, "I'm ready" below. Let me know you're committed to making this change. I read every single comment, and I'm cheering for your success.